turn the music down a little bit here. I'm about to get working on chapter 6. So what I need to do is grab this text from chapter 5. Book 1, chapters 1 through 5 is available for pre-order right now at RefToons.com. Go to RefToons.com and there's a banner right on the front page that you can click on the pre-order now button, and it should take you right to Calvin's Illustrated Institutes Book 1, which consists of chapters 1 through 5 of the first volume of Calvin's Institutes, which is a total of 18 chapters. So I'm working on thumbnailing chapter 6 right now, and I will just keep working through. So on this side of the screen over here, I have all of the pages set up with all of the text that needs to go in them for chapter 6. And then I have files with chapter 7, 8, and 9 as well. And I believe book 2 is going to be chapters 6 through 9. And so I would like to get these done quicker than I got the first 5 chapters done. I think once I got kind of a good rhythm on the chapters 1 through 5, it was able to go a lot quicker. So I'm looking forward to getting these done a lot quicker. And what else? I feel like there might be something else. Well, maybe. Oh, that's the wrong. Copy. Copy. And paste. There we go. Chapter 5. Scripture is necessary for a true knowledge of God. Copy this text as well. Bring this over here, and then I will just copy this. Oop. Because I can't copy it. There. Then I need to change chapter 5 to chapter 6. If you guys have any questions, throw them in the chat. I'd be happy to converse with you guys. If you have any questions about the book, the pre-order, or anything else, I have so much news that I could share with you all. And if nobody comments in the chat, I will just start sharing away. So I started looking into printing and cutting my own stickers. I've had this Graphtec cutting machine for a couple years now, and I was going to use it for cutting like bookmarks and things like that. It just doesn't work very well to cut paper, but it works great to cut sticker vinyl. So the only issue is that I only have a what's it called? A like an inkjet style printer. So those aren't really the best for there it is, for printing on stickers, because inkjet is not really UV friendly. However, I was looking into my specific printer that I have, and it's actually it's a Canon image prograph. It's what I use to create all of my art prints with. And The ink for it is called like this lucid ink, which is actually UV resistant to some degree. So I have been printing, laminating, and cutting my own stickers. We have some of those on the website. The Semper Reformanda sticker, the Polycarp sticker, the Mandalorian, not the Mandalorian, I shouldn't say that, not the Presbyterian sticker, and which other one? Oh, the a weak faith can lay hold on a strong Christ sticker. Those are all available, and those are ones that we actually print ourselves. And once all of our stickers from the sticker place that we purchased from are gone, I will most likely just restock by printing and cutting my own stickers. Found some really nice vinyl that I can use that can actually be printed with the printer that I have. My goal is to work up to the point where I can actually purchase my own EcoSolve or latex printer so that I can print on like the high-end vinyl. I don't know what my problem is, but I have dreams of running a print shop. I used to work as a screen printer at a small t-shirt printing company in town. Worked there for a few years and really, really enjoyed printing t-shirts, which is probably partly why I have so many RefToons t-shirts available. I just love printing shirts. Oops. Apply area scaling. There we go. All right. This is got to change the color. Chapter 6. Let's make that. There we go. Actually, let's make it like a. That looks like diarrhea. Do orange. So they're gonna walk into like this really fantastical looking bookshop in this chapter. I'm just not sure. Scripture is necessary for a true knowledge of God. So I want to get at least a sketch going for this page. Like what I have a small like spot illustration for each opening chapter or each page, opening page of each chapter. This is chapter 5's image, and need one for chapter 6. I don't think I drew the other ones until after I had the whole page or the whole chapter planned out. So I may just hop right into the chapter. So I get these notes from Martin, Martin who is editing the book. He's condensing Calvin's work into a comic book script for me. I don't need this one anymore. He and his wife Joy are working on that together. Oh, I need to open my comics flow. Okay, I've got my comics flow here working. Come on. Accept cookies. I'd like some cookies. Calvin's Instututes chapters 6 through 9. I have a deadline set for myself of October 31st, 2025. And we will see if that actually comes to pass, because okay, here's what I'm looking at right here. So planning this out, I have project 0 out of 300 pages. There are not 300 pages in this. Do I have that wrong? Oh no, 0 out of 300 steps. I think that's steps. 60 pages is what it has here. Whew, that scared me a little bit. So days of the week to work on this. I selected Wednesday because Wednesday is my day off from my day job. If you don't know, I go to work down in Rockford, Illinois, each day of the week. Work for about 8 hours, and then it's a 45-minute drive there and back. So basically gone for 10 hours out of the day. And then I come home. I try to get done what I can on various projects here and there. However, I don't always have time to dedicate to one specific thing. So I blocked out Wednesdays as my days to work on this. So that means if I'm only working Wednesdays, I started March 1st, and I actually did start sketching stuff out March 1st. I just have not continued. I have an end date of October 31st, hopefully. What's this? 36 working days remaining. If I have 60 pages to complete, that means I have to get 2.5 pages finished per day. I have 60 remaining pages. Each page has thumbnails, pencils, inks, colors, and lettering. Here's my pages. Once I complete a step on a page, so this isn't actually correct because I also have to do a cover and a back cover. Once I complete a step on a page, say I completed the thumbnails, I can click done. I can upload the image of the thumbnails, but I'm not done, so I won't do that. I won't make myself feel better about myself, about where I am. Does that make sense? Do you guys have any questions about the process or anything? So that's that. Here is part of the script. The story unfolds in an enchanting bookshop. Okay. So this is my rough sketches so far. Opening the doors of the bookshop. Yeah, I think this is actually the first page. I can actually kind of finish this. Let's put a panel in, or a frame. Okay, there's the nice frame tool that I can use. And then I can segment it right there. And then I can rasterize that layer and turn off that layer folder. And there I have a frame. Actually, I don't think I even have to do that part. I think I can draw like right inside here. Let me see. I saw this on a video the other day. Oh yeah, you can draw right inside here, and it acts as like a clipping mask, and then anything you add to that, so that's like your folder there. So you can just add everything to that, possibly. Yeah, cool. Oh, whoops. Okay. I read you. All right. Questions, comments? How's everyone doing? Where are you watching from? Let me know in the comments. I am broadcasting from southern Wisconsin. And I'm going to, oops. I'm actually going to bring this into here and see what that does. Sweet. Oh, that's a different sketch that I had. Okay. Did I lose my sketches? Where did they go? Where did the Calvin one go? Is this it? Oh no, did I delete it? I think I did. I did. There it is. No. Yeah. There it is. All right. Books. Okay. Can you guys hear me all right? Would you rather have music? Or is the music overpowering the voice? I don't know. I don't have a monitoring device right now, so I can't really hear what's going on. Okay. So we have down here Calvin getting ready to open this door. Oh, I wonder, I should, instead of a doorknob, I should have it be like a handle, door handle like this. Real fancy, like two of them, because there's two doors that he's going to be opening. Okay, and the kids are looking on. Like, where are we going? What kind of adventure is this going to be? Oh man, I can't wait for you guys to get your copies of the Instututes, Book 1. Hope you guys like it. Okay, this guy's got hoodie on. And the girl. Do I have? Oh, I have stabilization on. I don't need that on. Too much, at least. That's why I did that. She doesn't know what to expect. And neither do I. She's kind of a beanpole. Really like a stick. She's like a walking stick. Oh no, what's going to happen? Okay. Got that laid out, kind of. And these are just kind of my rough pencils. Just need to get the layout. I don't think he's saying anything yet. It's just kind of an introduction. I think on this first page, I'll have them walking away from where they ended in the first, or in chapter 5. That way, we kind of have some context as to where this chapter fits in the series. So, like, in chapter 5, we left them at like there was like a haunted house type of heart, a hostile heart. Some creepy fog. So they've come out from there through this path, and maybe there's some other paths going elsewhere that they didn't take. Maybe there's some steps here. Like maybe a tunnel here that they could have gone. They went this way, came up this way, and then started following this other path here. Maybe there's a sign that says where they're headed. Truth. This way, or something like that. And they're just kind of... Maybe the boy, Theo, is kind of looking behind him. Calvin is pointing ahead but looking back. Oh. I need to adjust the positioning here. Actually, why don't I just undo the whole thing? Maybe Geneva is still further down the hill, making her way up, holding the cat still. Because that's how she ended in chapter 5. Okay. Calvin is walking, but also pointing ahead and looking behind. So there we have that. So there's a rough sketch for that page, at least. Okay, so what was the rest of the comments? Let's turn that off. The story unfolds in an enchanting bookshop filled with towering trees that have spiral staircases, shelves nestled in branches, swinging bridges, and cobblestone streets lined with quaint bookshops. This magical environment serves as the backdrop for Calvin's teachings on the book of Scripture to two curious children, a boy and a girl. Okay. Let me condense it. To the necessary parts. Oh, this messed up all my stuff. Just gonna undo that. Okay, so what's it called? Creation and Scripture. That can be the name of the bookshop. I have like a globe. Oh, here we go. This could be. Open book. Wait, how do you do an and sign? And this is a globe. Can you tell? Oops. So they're coming down from this hill here. This is their path into a little village here. That has this amazing bookstore. There's branches coming off like this that are creating the archway for the door, maybe, or at least an archway for something. Maybe there's two smaller trees creating another archway. That's the actual door. This is maybe like a stained glass window or something. Has something about books. It's part of the artwork for it. And we need some lanterns hanging down from each of these big trees here. And then maybe we just have lights in the tree, nice like ambiance, bookish lights here, and then fancy windows, cobblestone, brick here and there. And this just needs to be just enough detail for me to understand what it is, so that I can come back in with my pencils and clean it up a little bit better, kind of like how I did this one. So these are basically notes for me right here that I'm creating notes to tell me how to draw this when I come back in next time. Okay. So, and then let's get a different color. Calvin and the kids will be right here. So we'll have kind of the Geneva be right here. Kind of a close-up right there. And then we'll have Theo be a little bit more ahead of her. And then Calvin will be over here, telling him, come on over here. It's good. Okay. So that's the setting here for this one. Now let me look this over. Okay, there's no text on any of those pages. Oh, here we go. Okay, so then they go into the bookstore. And here's the sketch for that. Okay, so here's where I would be able to save these. Hold on 1 second here. Just a reminder, if you haven't yet, you can pre-order John Calvin's Illustrated Instututes. It arrives June 4th of this year. And you can go to reftoons.com pre-order your copy, and I will sign it personally and then send it out. First 500 copies. The link is also in the description. So first 500 copies pre-ordered will have the artist's signature in them. So check that out. And sorry, I had to figure out where I needed to save these. Let's create a thumbnails folder. And this is going to be chapter 6. So we'll call the chapter, or the chapter opening, that'll be page 1. Well, no, I'll just call it, let's call this page 1. I'll call the chapter opening. Page 1. Thumbnail. Okay. And then it comes up with all these different settings that I can change. Okay, so that's that one. And then I can save this page as a thumbnail. I'll just do that and change that to 2. Bloop. Come on, I pushed OK. And then this one. So I have 3 thumbnails complete for chapter 6. So I can mark those off in my comics flow once I get this in here. And then I can upload those to my comics flow document, which is somewhere. Page 1. There we go. So thumbnails, I uploaded that. Done. Okay. I can move on to page 2. I can call it page 2. Upload. Page 2. Thumbnails. Done. Then I can go to page 3. Call that page 3. Upload. Page 3 thumb. Wait for it. And done. All right, let's go back to my information here. Still says 2.5 pages per day. That's the average value is calculated based on remaining pages divided by working days. Okay, so that's that. I can even go to a preview of the book so far. That is what I did for book 1. I can actually show you that. Completed. Chapters 1 through 5. Preview. So we have, oh, those are loading. All the way to the end. Sorry if that was too fast for y'all. So, and these are actually not even the final versions. I still went in and did a bunch of edits, changed the font, and all that jazz. So, all right. So, what do you guys think? Any thoughts, comments, questions? Where are you watching from? Okay. Where did my pencil go? There it is. So now you can move on to the next page. And then, so I'll have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more pages, possibly 11 more pages left in this chapter. So 11, 12, 13, 14. That's 14 pages total for that one. So here, if I go back, I can actually start to where is it? I can actually start to create the panels. To use this, create frame. And actually, I wonder how is this how I do a full frame? Never done this part before. Okay. Yeah. That's interesting. This is frame. This is that back frame, and then this is just this frame. So I guess I didn't even really need to do that. Let me undo that. So I guess all I need to do really is create these here and then split them. Because everything out here I can just do in a separate layer. Just see where my line is. There we go. Okay. So now that's that. So I'm just going to copy this and put it in here. There. Then those can be separate from the background. And then I could make the background as just one big image without these. I could turn those off and just do this background here. So someone reading a book, another person studying, maybe reading their book. So there's just random people in here. Maybe someone's going up the stairs. There's a railing that they're holding on to. Maybe. I don't know. This person's sitting. There's like a coffee table. They've got their coffee. Lots of different things I could do with this scene just to to kind of decorate it up, have it be a little more interesting. I could hide some little Easter eggs in there, or just kind of fill it out with different books and shelves and knickknacks and things like that you might find in a bookstore. What kinds of things would you find in a bookstore? Do you guys have any ideas? Any thoughts on that? Just let me know in the comments. In the chat, actually, because the chat's open. I'm gonna have to. Sorry, I keep maximizing a window. It won't stop. Okay, so that'll be actually helpful, because sometimes I can use like these full images as like advertising or promotion or something like that. So it's nice to be able to figure out this tool. I didn't realize I could draw directly inside this, and it creates it as like a clipping mask. So, all right, that one's done. This one is just a full page illustration, so I don't need any panels on that one. Oops. Okay. Jennifer Sweet. Bookstores always seem to have overstuffed chairs. Overstuffed chairs. Do you mean like what's like what am I trying to say? Like super padded chairs? Is that what you mean? Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I could do that for this spot illustration here. Like a big old stuffed chair. Yeah, that's a soft, cozy places to read. Oh yeah, like a reading nook in a windowsill or something. Absolutely. Yes. And then the person can be like this big. Reading a giant book. And you just see their eyes over the over the thing. Great idea. Thank you. he can be reading the Bible. Like the chair is a monster. Okay, that's our introduction to the chapter. I might change it. I'm not sure. I may just add that to the inside of the bookstore here. So we have them coming from this way to the bookstore. And here, we'll put a big old reading nook here. The chair there. Just to remind me that that's what needs to be there. Okay, I need to find actually the script for this part, because I need to see if it has descriptions for this page, because I don't remember. Page or chapter 6, revised script. There it is. Okay. So where am I? Creation showcases aspects. Okay. Calvin, standing amidst the magical ambiance of the bookshop, reaches for a Bible on a nearby bookshelf. Okay, we have that. That is right here on this page. And actually, we need to put text in here. The Bible. Oh, so I need to actually bring one of these. I have this on the wrong page. So it's good that I saw that. So that will need to go first. This second. Mr. Calvin, why do we need the Bible? Okay. So he pulls the Bible out. The surrounding books glow softly emphasizing the significance of the word. The Bible itself emits a gentle, radiant light, highlighting its importance as a source of divine knowledge. Okay. With a look of deep reverence, Calvin holds the Bible up before the children. So this is just after he has taken the book off the shelf over here. He's holding it and talking with Theo and Geneva. Oh, the cat needs to be added somewhere as well. Because here. Oh, right here. Maybe the cat has jumped out of her arms because it was in her arms. And she can be just kind of like letting it go. Looking down at it, maybe, not at the door. There we go. This process, like the thumbnailing stage, is the absolute hardest part of making a comic. Just because this is where you have to figure out positioning of the characters, where they're coming from, where they're heading, how they're getting there, how they're holding their hands to talk, which parts to do close-ups on, which parts not to do close-ups on, which pages or scenes to have a 2-page spread or a full page, or how many panels to put on the page. There's so much that goes into this stage that this is what takes the longest, is just the planning stage here. This is actually the stage that I dread the most, because there's so much thinking involved. You have to dedicate a huge chunk of time and brain power to it, which I don't have a lot of either of those. Okay, so let's say that this first panel is just the kid talking. Mr. Calvin. Okay. Then we'll bring this over here. And then this is Calvin talking. Maybe that can go right here, and Calvin can just kind of be looking over after he pulled the Bible from the shelf. So this will be a wide panel here, fairly wide, at least. And maybe the All right. Well, I'm gonna pause this. Probably I may call it a night, but I'm gonna throw a different screen up. Family just got home. We've got groceries. Got to help get those in. So if I don't see you again, thank you all for tuning in, and have a good night.